Hello, my friends. Welcome to the morning show. Octopath Traveler. It's just me today. I think Octopath is going to be my the game that I played by myself for a while. I know it was supposed to be Kingdom Come Deliverance, but this was newer, and this was honestly a bit more interesting to me. I think I have really nothing lined up for my solo shows after Octopath Traveler, so maybe I'll play Kingdom Come after that. Let me know how the audio sounds, guys. Oh, go tell Dragonfat to get in here. She's usually around during the day. She's a fucking neat. Anyway, let's continue. Naomi's actually started playing a file, but it's on her login on the Switch, so we're not going to see that. What we've got here is, that's the autosave. Okay, Cobblestone. So, if you weren't around last session, we started a new file. I didn't use our demo file that Dave and I played. We started a new file, and we played as Olbrick the Knight. It turns out that Olbrick is a disgraced knight who, I guess he let the king die during a war 8 years ago, and like his friend betrayed him and blamed it on him. Somebody in the chat room said that why does every antagonist have to be fucking Delita? Which I guess is the truth. But now he spends his days protecting the tiny village of Cobblestone. And there was a bunch of bandits that came through and decided to sack the town. Hey, Gwen. They sacked the town. And in sacking the town, he fought them off and discovered that Earhart, the guy who betrayed him, the bandit leader knew where he was. So now we're going after Earhart. And that's the story of the night. And the gimmick, this is the most JRPG thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it is pretty JRPG. But the gimmick of this game is that you can, you can choose one of 8 scenarios to start with, and these are the other scenarios. You can go like, in our playthrough, we started with the merchant, which is this class here, and I started with the warrior this time, but I can follow the trail up, go to the merchant's town and play her scenario, and it will play exactly like as if you just started with her. So apparently all of these 8 scenarios are all happening at around the same time. You can play them in any order you want. But you have the warrior, the dancer, the apothecary, the thief, the hunter, the cleric, the scholar, and the merchant. And those are the 8 classes. And you know, basically, they each have their own story, their own reason for traveling. You can go and recruit them all and have them travel in a group. And as you do, see how it says, like, Ophelia Chapter 1 requires level 5? Well, my warrior story, Chapter 2, requires level 27, and it's up here. So basically, oh, the first level of each character's name spells out Octopath, really? I guess Olbrick, Tressa, Cyrus, Ophelia, yeah, Hanit. That's not a P. Therian, A, and then Primrose. Yeah, I guess it does if you go that way. Hey, me Alex, thank you for the sub. Gwen, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, I'm not blaming you or anything. I know you're quite sick and stuff, but it's good to see you at least around. I hope you're feeling better, Gwen. I know I am. If you guys watched the SJ Weekly on Sunday, I recorded that Saturday and I was brutally fucking sick. I feel a lot better now. But yeah, basically you can choose to only play as one character and just like grind up levels and go straight for his story. Or you can choose to go around the world and collect how many characters you want. You can collect all of them. I think you can collect all of them, but the party only holds 4 at a time. Right? I think the party only holds 4 at a time, but you can collect all of them if you want. But they're all the same level, so basically you're meant to like play each character's story kind of like chapter by chapter. I think that's how it works. It's very turn-based in Exiles, but they streamlined it. Like, if you played Bravely Default, it's similar to Bravely Default, because Bravely Default was them saying like, okay, we know that like Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 were good back then, but they kind of need some kind of update for the modern gamer, and so they made Bravely Default, which is actually really good. How's the search coming along? Come across any ancient monuments? Pray tell me. See, these characters here are side quests. They have little things above them. This guy just a regular NPC. But there are a few side quests to collect in this town already.
All right.
A friend came back from a long sea journey and brought back a bag of curious seeds. It wouldn't be a shame not to plant them, so I'm thinking of clearing land and making a new field. We need manure to prepare forest soil. Would you mind fetching me some? So we can go get him some manure. And I think this guy up here sells it. I think. This fella.
Hello.
Feast your eyes on them beauties. Aren't they the finest cows you ever seen? Even their poop is grand. Only the best manure comes out of my lovelies. Okay. But also, each one of the 8 characters has a different ability to use on the field. This guy can challenge NPCs to duels.
Hello.
How do we get... Do you have to duel him to get some manure? He's actually quite strong. I tried to fight this guy off screen and he fucking destroyed me. A battle fair and square, 2 arms. Can my bull join in too? Okay, here we go. I'll show you the battle system, Nexalis. Okay. You see how he has 3 armor and he has 3 unknown vulnerabilities, right? How this works is, if you hit him with one of his vulnerabilities, he will lose armor for each hit he takes. And when he hits 0 armor, he's stunned for a turn. And also, if you look up in the corner, it says Ulbrich and the HP and the SP. Well, I have 5 available. I have 1 combo point out of 5. As I take damage, I gain combo points. And then what I can do is I can spend the combo points to attack multiple times per turn. So if you actually know what you're doing, you can stun lock low-level enemies, and it makes like regular grinding or just getting through dungeons kind of easy. You don't just got to sit there and just be like, just like mindlessly fucking grind like in a lot of old RPGs. It actually provides you with shortcuts to get through some of those more mindless fights. So let's attack him. So he's not weak to swords. Okay. If I can switch weapons to my polearm. He's weak to polearms. Okay. Oh, he poisoned me with his manure toss. Okay. Okay. Actually, no, I don't want to do this yet. I want to heal first. Healing grip.
How about this?
What do you say, Nexalis? How do you mean? Okay, see, I have 5 combo points, and he has 3 armor, so I'm going to boost 3 times, spending 2 points, and attack 3 times with the weapon, and he'll be stunned again. See? There we go.
Victory shall be.
And now he'll get his turn back,
Witchery.
and I can... Oh fuck, I might die. I'm gonna at least stun him so I can cure.
How about this?
Goddamn poison. Fucking poison. Okay, I'm done poison. Good. Oh, I'm repoisoned. Okay, thank you. I might just need to...
How about this? The thrill of the fight. so?
Hey, I'm back. You remember when I said my soundboard was dying? That's the soundboard dying. I'll come back now. There we go. How much did you guys miss when the soundboard had died? You know what? It's died twice today. I think it's finally on its last legs. Like before, it would die maybe once every. Past 5 minutes. It's been that long? What was the last thing you guys heard? Let's fight the village elder here.
Let us fight with honor. The battle is truly joy.
You can tell I've already beat the shit out of the village elder before, because look at. Oh, I think I might die, really. Oh shit. I'm sorry, guys. If I stop talking, let me know, okay? Don't just let me sit there and ramble on silently.
I grow stronger.
Now that we beat the shit out of the village elder, we can now, in fact, go into his house. I already stole his treasure, though. But that's how it works. The captain of the watch is also kind of a hard guy to beat, I think. Yeah, he's pretty hard. See if I can do it, though.
Let us fight with honor.
But yeah, I talked about Fire Emblem when the audio was apparently off, and regarding Fire Emblem, no, I understand Nexalis, but regarding Fire Emblem, like with Final Fantasy Tactics and with Fire Emblem, yeah, positioning matters, but it also means that the battles are really drawn out. So you're gonna have to make every battle this like 15-minute event. But sometimes in RPGs you just want like 30-second battles, like random monsters, right? This guy's fucking tough. Holy shit. Okay.
How about this? No. How about you?
Yes, there we go. Good job. Now I'm going to attack once more and then get ready to boost.
No.
I want to stun him while he's buffed. Because Jesus Christ, I'm going to die right away. You can't stun twice, unfortunately. There are some games that make almost every fight pretty impactful. Yeah, but sometimes the game is quantity over quality. As weird as that sounds. Like, not every encounter has to be this life or death situation, you know what I mean? Okay, now that he's stunned, I'm gonna heal.
How about this?
How about this?
How about you? The battle is
This guy's still pretty tough. I don't know. It seems like sometimes you have to have fights that aren't these giant, you know. Oh shit! I don't have enough to stun him, do I? Oh, I do. Okay. Yes.
no. Damn. How about this?
I'm running out of healing grapes.
How about you? My way. How about you?
The thing, like, I could be using his warrior skills, right? But the problem with that is that a lot of his skills aren't really good for one-on-one combat. They're more for like if you're fighting a giant group of people.
Out of my way.
Yeah, I've played as the merchant, so I've seen Dave play as the merchant and the scholar. I've played as the warrior. I've seen Naomi play as the hunter. And honestly, of all the characters so far, this guy has the least interesting skills.
Have at you. Damn. Damn.
Gotta heal right now.
How about this?
Hmm.
Now then, out of my way. Now then. Have at you.
This guy, what the fuck is with this guy?
Have at you.
The NPCs are harder than the fucking monsters in this game, I swear to God.
Now then.
He's just taking a beating.
Damn. Out of my way. Damn.
I might as well just try to do something here. Hurrah!
Damn.
This is it, man. Fuck me.
Damn. Damn.
If like I don't have any more healing items, if I don't kill him like this, I'm basically done. Do it. Fuck you. Wow. Wow. Yeah, like I got fucking demolished by that guy. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you're right. You're right in that with D&D and also with Final Fantasy Tactics, like there are insignificant battles, but they still just take a long time. Like if battles require positioning, it's very hard to make them not be quick. You know, they have to. If positioning is an integral part of combat in a game, then you have to at least give the player time to set up positioning. So then each battle becomes kind of drawn out. So, here, let's... I don't know, maybe I should get a greatsword. I already have the war spear. I don't use knives. I have the shield. I think I bought all the best stuff from here last time we played. Okay, so chat room. Let's have a vote. Okay. I'm currently here at Cobblestone. The characters that I can get are what's her name? Tressa, the merchant, or Primrose, the dancer. I can go either way. What do you guys think I should do? Let's leave town, though. To the South Cobblestone Gap. This is a beautiful game, man. This is like Stardew on steroids. Merchant for the Jew greed.
Let us fight with honor. Now then. Now then.
You see how easy these guys are to kill compared to Like, that guy died in one fucking turn with a boosted attack. Cube World? I don't remember Cube World.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I kind of wish I had more European viewers, you know, because like I can sometimes get 20 or 30 people when I stream at night. But most daytime streams don't really go past 10 people usually. Cobblestone, Sunshade, North Cobblestone Gap to Ripple-Tide. So that's this way. We're going for the oh, I can get the treasure chest. Is combat still fun if it's easy and quick? I think so.
Good day for battle.
I think there's definitely value in just like mauling a bunch of monsters really quickly. I mean, why do you think that like Dynasty Warriors is so fun, right? People love Dynasty Warriors because it's so fun destroying entire armies of weaklings.
The thrill of the fight.
Healing grip. It seems like the sun's come up. I'm looking at the feed right now. I'm really bright on one side. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm gonna close the drapes. BRB. Also, the music in this game's fucking incredible too. If you can hear that shit. Da da da. You know what I mean. This is just an all-around good game, you know? Politics, Facebook stuff, people are now posting their intent to burn bridges with anyone that doesn't think Trump's a Nazi. Jesus. Hi, I'm back. I love doing morning shows even though they get less viewers because it feels like I'm doing like a Saturday morning situation, you know? Where you get up after a week at school and you're like, yeah, I rented this game, I'm gonna play it. Okay, so the North Cobblestone Gap should take us to Riptide. Got an Olive of Life.
Let us fight with
Yes, the DK mug is identical to the broken one. Naomi bought me a new one.
victory.
In fact, the story is that she tried to hide it for like a week till I finally found out that she had bought me. She broke the mug, and then like it disappeared for a few days, and I was like, I wonder where that mug went. But I didn't really think about it too much. I thought it was just like in the dishes or somebody else was using it or something. And then it appeared out of nowhere again. I'm like, oh, there's a new mug. You know what I'm right? I'm just like, oh, there's a new mug. Yeah. It's like cool. Oh, sorry, the mug's back, rather. And then, like, I eventually found out that Naomi had broken it the week before and had silently replaced it for me. Naomi's a good girlfriend. I like her a lot. We do fight sometimes. Yeah, you haven't really had any super serious fights in a while. Sometimes when we fight, it's because like I'm being just really stupid, or I have like old habits that are cropping back up that she doesn't deserve to be exposed to. Sometimes when we fight, it's because of her old habits, though. I mean, neither of us are blameless, but I feel like I'm able to work on myself more when she's here than when she's not. I feel like there's more incentive to basically be a better person when she's around.
Have at you.
And the majority of my relationships have not felt like that, so I think it's actually a really good relationship.
Have at you. No.
Yeah, I think the best relationships are the ones that make you want to at least try to be better. I'm not saying that you'll succeed every time, but make you at least want to give it a shot, you know? I can tell you that like the past few of my girlfriends didn't really make me feel that way, but she does. Is it like a super chest down there? I found the super chest. None of your active party members can open this chest. I probably need the thief. I probably got to come back here with the thief, right? Because I know that, like, okay, here. My guy can duel with people. She can buy things from NPCs who might not normally sell them to you. So she can be like, okay, she basically turns every NPC into a shopkeeper. And sometimes they'll have like unique things to sell. This guy is kind of, as far as I remember, he's kind of like Goombario from Paper Mario. He'll just tell you stuff about the area that you're in. Ophelia can lead NPCs. So if you have to move an NPC, she'll just let you move them. She has like leader or something. Yeah, the thief. The thief lets you open up the chests. And I forget what the other ones do. I don't quite remember what the other ones do. But they each have a unique on-field ability. Developed outlook on this. Well, I mean, I'm 32 now. I have a feeling that I have a developed outlook because I've been in my share of serious relationships, and I know what it's like to be in a bad one, you know? I've experienced that. I don't want to experience it again. We're almost, speaking of people on the show, Banu Black, we're almost done Kingdom Hearts, and nobody has to take a break from Patreon for about 6 months due to IRL things that I cannot discuss. But she's told me in confidence that don't bring it up on the show, so I'm not going to bring it up on the show. But basically, she's taking a break from Patreon. In about 6 months' time, or whenever, she's going to come back to it, and we're going to keep playing the Kingdom Hearts series. And I'm going to use that time because, one, Butters, if and when Butters ever actually returns, he did buy a game that he wants to play with us. So we're going to do that. The person in Discord called That Lisa Guy, he bought a playthrough of Lisa. We're doing that next. And Dynasty Star wants to give us $200 and play some JRPG with us. So I don't mind doing that either. Okay, what's this? South Cobblestone Gap to Cobblestone, Stoneguard, and Rippletide. Wait, Rippletide's south? Oh. It's south, and you know, like I go on the coast and loop back up. Okay, that's where I am. Being older helps. I'm just more familiar with others around my age. How different is it here talking about relationships? Oh, that's fair.
Let us fight with honor. The battle is truly Victory.
Today's the first day that the soundboard shut off twice. And like usually it, like for a while it happened like once a month, like 6 months ago. And it's like, okay, well we just didn't even notice it, right? We completely forgot. And then it happened like once a week, and that's been recently. And now like the past week it's been shutting off once a day. And today it happened twice, so I think it's finally like on its last legs. Dave's hypothesis was that it wasn't the soundboard, it was the cable. That leads to, oh, danger level 17. Oh, to survive in North Stoneguard Pass, I need to be level 17. You see, I don't know if you've noticed, let me go to the world map again, but each of these towns where all the characters start are kind of in the center of the map, right? Well, there's actually all these other paths, like Stoneguard Pass, that lead all the way out here. This is a huge world, okay? And there's all this stuff you can do. It's all like high-level stuff. Which is why this guy's Chapter 2 is level 27 at Victor's Hollow. But there's actually a lot of there's a lot of places you can go. There's all this up here too. Like this is a big world. So we're not going that way because I don't want to get completely destroyed. This way was the way to Ripple-Tide, right? 1,200 gills, nice.
Let us fight with honor. Victory.
Being older helps. I'm just more familiar with others around my age and how different it is to hear them talk about their relationships. Well, I remember being 23. When I was 23, that was when like my second serious relationship ever had come to an end, but I was too stupid to realize it. And the stream died for you a little bit there. Oh. No, I spent nearly 7 years with a girl, right? But really, after the third year, we should have broken up. Right? Crackles, oh. Everything's going wrong for me today. The stream's dying, the crackles, the soundboard's turning off. You know what? Here. Relationships second. I'm going to talk about the equipment first. This is beautiful. Look at that shit. What an amazing game, guys. Okay. Like, look at this bridge. I could fish off this all day. Your internet's dying. That sucks. Okay. Dave's hypothesis is that the cable that runs from the computer to the soundboard is dying, the USB cable. It's a 25-foot cable because the computers that run the show are actually in a different room behind that wall. Like behind the camera, behind the wall, there's another room, and that's where we keep all of our props and our costumes, and we have the two computers that run the show in there. And they're just kind of behind the door so they don't make any noise for the show, right? Well, to get all the equipment from there to here, there's cables that like run around through the door, right? We have like a piece of the door cut off so you can close it, and there's like a big bundle of cables that run into the other room. Well, this is a 25-foot USB cable, and it's actually quite thin, and it like just it plugs in to the table and then just hangs down off the side of the table. And that was the same kind of problem that happened with our camera, our old camera, because the USB, the HDMI port shattered on that because it had been hanging for years, and I was too stupid to. Oh, East Ripple-Tide Coast. Here we go, Ripple-Tide. But I was too dumb to unplug it, right? Like I let the HDMI cord hang off that camera, and it was like pulled tightly for 2 years. It eventually just bent and warped the port and then snapped it. That's why the camera broke, because I was a fucking retard. But hey, you know, you learn, right? And I learned an expensive lesson then. But so I've been unplugging them all after every show now. But this one's been hanging here for a while. So Dave's like, maybe the same thing's happening. Maybe the port for the USB is jiggling and being bent out of shape. And then I'm like, maybe that's the case. But now the past 2 times that I've had to reset it, unplugging and replugging in the USB didn't do it. Sometimes it does. Previous times it did. This time it was the power one, the power port. So I think what's happening is that sometimes, I think it's the soundboard and not the cables, because the soundboard's just starting to randomly turn off now. And sometimes replugging the USB fixes it. Sometimes replugging the power fixes it. Sometimes I have to replug both to fix it. This is a harpy. Okay, and I can just use swords on her, so I'm fine. I'm actually feeling much better, Floppy Knickers, thank you. So, Dave's hypothesis is that it's the cable. I don't think it's the cable now. Like, after today, because I had to replug the sound. I think it's the board itself is dying. Which sucks, because, like, a 25-foot USB cable is what? 15 bucks? 10 bucks, maybe? It's not a normal thing, but I can just get one. But a replacement soundboard is going to be a lot more expensive. I like how the distance, look at that in the top of the screen. The distance is faded out, but you can still see the save icon like it's not faded. It's kind of interesting. Man, this looks so good. This is like Paper Mario meets Final Fantasy. I thought it said Sickle Boy for a minute. 25 feet is not regulation for USB. Yeah, but it was required though, Torvar, because the soundboard sits so far away from the computer. I mean, it works. Like, oh, you can hear me, right? It's never been a problem. I think the problem is that the soundboard is just finally dying, you know? Is there a mage in this game? Yes, that's the scholar. And if you start, like here, you start with the thief Floppy Knickers. Floppy Knickers is a guy, by the way. Floppy Knickers is a guy, by the way, who saw us play this game and then bought it. So you're welcome, Square Enix. You start with the thief. The thief's here, right? At Borderfall. Well, Cyrus is the scholar, and he's the guy that casts magic. So you have a long way to get to Cyrus. The Huntress is a physical fighter who tames animals. She can tame beasts that you fight, and then they fight for her. She uses some holy magic, and then there's Cyrus, who's the caster. The Apothecary, I don't really know how he fights or anything. But yeah, I like the merchant uses some wind magic, but her main thing is that she spends gold to deal attacks. So, like, she has some very strong moves, but you have to spend gold to use them. So if you don't mind having to grind for gold constantly while playing as her, but this is an amazing looking game. Look at this. Okay, Naxalis, you were talking about relationships, right?
Victory shall be mine.
Is the guy Spears? Yes, he is. He's Spears. Okay.
Victory.
Steel skill is way overpowered in Borderfall. I don't know whether there's 100% sex rate.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Regarding relationships, Naxalis, when I was 23, which was the age you mentioned, I was in a relationship that should have ended years ago. Because it was a 7-year relationship that was over by year 3, and I was too much of a coward to end it. My connection's completely fine. It's probably Twitch. Sorry though. Sorry guys. And the whole thing was like when you're at that age, you kind of feel like you're never gonna find anybody again, or even worse, you feel like you might, like, there's no other way for you to be happy but to be in a relationship, right? And I had to spend a very long time single. And by single, I mean, like, no... I don't mean, like, oh, I'm single, but I'm still, you know, having sex with random women. I mean, like, no female contact for years, right? Between Wei and Nan, I had sex with one girl, and I completely regretted it, and I said I'm never doing this again. Because it was just casual, and I didn't like it. I'm going to go to Atlas Dam, and then Ripple-Tide, and Gold Shore. Okay. And then between Nan and Naomi, between Nan and Naomi, I went on 3 dates with a girl, just to, because like I was kind of interested in her, right? I was interested in her, but I was like, I don't want to bang on the first date. I kind of want to see where this goes. Had 3 dates with her, realized we had nothing in common, and then just called it. I'd only like kissed her once. Like that was it, right? So, you know, and all the other times I was just by myself. I was working, or I was doing the show, or I was lifting weights, or I was running, or I was writing scripts, or I was, you know, doing creative things. I was doing anything but getting involved in romance, and I think that's why my relationship with Naomi has been relatively more successful than most of my relationships, because I became my own person. So now that I know there's a cutscene here, so I'm not going ahead. I also rejected Naomi's first attempts. Yeah, Torvar watched those old episodes. If you go back and watch Pokemon Soul Silver, you can listen to me describe Naomi, but without... This is a year before we started dating. I describe Naomi, but I don't mention her by name, and I say, I'm not interested in this girl. And we were friends for a year before we started dating. And I think if we had started dating back when she first came on to me, it wouldn't have worked out. I had to grow up a bit, and so did she. So it's just a situation where, like, it's a situation where being by yourself, even though you're lonely, is what makes you, is what molds you into a person that can actually be in a relationship. And when you're 23, you don't get that. When you're 23, you want to get laid. Or even worse, when you're 23, you think that being in a relationship is the only way to be happy in your life. So you just cling to that, you know? But there's other things. There are things better in life than relationships. There really are. As good as relationships can be, because they can be very, very good. But you don't need one for your life to be complete. And when you're 23, you just don't know that yet, you know? So that's why I feel like a lot of your friends at that age who are talking like that, you know? But it's something they'll learn when they hit their 30s. And it took me, I learned it, it took me a long time to learn that, but I learned it. And it was a painful lesson, but it's the truth. I like how there's a fight right on the town's doorstep.
Fight with honor. Victory shall be mine. The battle is true.
I mean, you also get the other side of that, right? You get people who just haven't been in a relationship for like 12 years, and they're like, is something wrong with me? Am I terrible? Like, and that could be its own problem, right? Being out of the game for too long. But if you spend your time out of the game working on yourself, you should be okay. It's a general rule, and there's always exceptions, but you should be okay. Okay, so here's how this works, guys. Let's check this out.
Hello.
Ripple isn't the largest port in the realm, but it sure is lively. Bottle of poison dust. Ooh. Can't talk to this guy yet. Okay. Wait, can I fight you, though? God, everyone's so strong. Okay. This is the shop of the girl, of the merchant girl. And this is her room here. I remember this from when we played the demo.
Hello.
Can I fight her mom? Everyone's fucking tough. Okay, do you have anything to sell? He doesn't really have much. Okay. What a great shop you run. Sunland Spear is pretty good. Wolf's Bow, Quartz Rod. Let me show you how this works. Eventually I will find... There she is, see? See how she's green? That's a main character. This is the inn, I assume? Yes, it is. Can't talk to the kids. Got the plum. How about you? How about you? Nope. How about you?
Greetings to ye.
I'm a fruit connoisseur. Gotta beat him to get into his house. Oh, I'd be really strong to challenge him. Okay. Okay, so check this out. Check this out. This is the bar. He's like, did you just steal my money? Those are today's receipts. Oh, you can change... I think in the taverns you can change your party. Here a tale is where you get side quests, I think. Yeah, if you fuck around too much in towns, you lose reputation. For some reason, these guys can't talk to you, though. Strangely enough. But okay. Let me show you how this works. You get to her, right? Those stinking pirates, I can't forgive them for this. Now, if you had started the game with her, you would know what she's talking about because you would have seen the cutscene. I'm getting everyone's things back, no matter what it takes. And the game asks you, her name is Tressa and she's a merchant. A tiny port town on the coastlands is the only home she's ever known. Here in Ripple, she cuts deals and stocks shelves, doing all she can to keep her family's shop afloat. And from the quays she's walked 1,000 times, she looks out upon the endless sea and dreams of a wider world. When she's robbed by a band of thieving pirates one day, her pride as a merchant won't allow her to back down. And so she vows to set off for the pirate's den. She will need daring allies on the path she has chosen. find comrades add them to your party. Complete Chapter 1 of their story and they will join you on your journey. After Chapter 1, you can change your party members at the tavern. Yeah. So now we can't even do the other side quest that we've been given until we complete her story. And you have the option to actually see the cutscene that began everything. So the story of the pirates that she talks about, we can actually watch it if you like. Now, I don't think we need to see it. Like, do you guys actually want to watch this? Let me know. Because in this playthrough on the YouTube playlist that this is being uploaded to, we've already played as her. We've already done her story. Dave and I did the merchant and the scholar on the demo, and it's the exact same as the main game. It's the exact same thing. So I don't think we need to do this again, do we? I mean, if you guys want to see it, you can go back and watch it on YouTube, right? I am for the characters that we haven't played on the show yet. I will do their beginning of the tales, but I don't think we need to do this one, so I'm just going to skip it. But that's basically what happened. Is that pirates came to town. Pirates came to town, stole everyone's stuff in the town. Oh, she also met a legendary pirate who had turned merchant and is now kind of on the side of good. And he said, "No, go. You can fight. Go after those pirates and kick their butts." And so we're like, "Okay." And she's like, "I'm gonna go do it." So she like gets her spear and gets her weapons and goes to fight the pirates. I won't see you do it this time either. Nexalis, watch it on YouTube, man. You're gonna help me? I can't thank you enough. You've got a heart of gold. Now that I've slipped some of this sleepweed into their wine, once they've dozed off, the stolen wares will be good as mine. Haha. I'm sorry, Nexalis. Oh yeah, Tressa can also find money on the ground. She sniffs it out. No, Nexalis, I upload them to YouTube after they're done streaming. I don't YouTube stream anymore because multi-streaming is a big hassle with Twitch and with the rules and with like having to watch 2 chat rooms. And honestly, it's extremely taxing on the computer and on the internet. So I just...
Hello there.
The caves of Maya are just west of here. Take caution, they say there are pirates hiding out in the cave. What level is... She's level 1. We gotta level her up, I guess. No, I think for Cyrus and for her, I'll just skip their starting stories. But for everyone else, I'll do them. Healing grape. That's too bad because next time I've been talking to you about a lot of stuff and I just wanted to watch live. I understand wanting to watch live, man. I get it.
Now then. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Nice. Yeah, I understand wanting to watch live, but there's still definitely a lot of value. Actually, I should probably buy her some equipment. There's still definitely a lot of value in watching the replay, right? I mean, I'm entertaining without being live, aren't I? Tressa spotted 112 monies just lying there in the street. Thank you. She's, well, I almost said she's the cute character, which I guess she is, but she's also the lolly character, Bunny Black. Okay. She uses spears. We gotta get more money for that. And she uses bows. I'll buy her a wolf's bow. And she uses shield, so I'll buy her a shield. And she does... See, I think Ulbricht's better without the evasion. He just has like a bunch of defense. But I'll give her the black attire, though. because she's kind of more of a stealthy character. Let's sell the longbow. Sell the buckler. Gotta do menuing on the show because it's a JRPG, you know. All the stuff I've got. All this junk. I know live is better. No, I understand. There are some other streamers that I watch who do upload their streams to YouTube. And I watch them sometimes. I mean, it depends how much time I have, right? Like if I'm busy doing a video or something, I'm not going to watch anything. I just work. But if I have time, if I love the game, I'll watch the playback of the stream because I love it enough. But there are some times when, like, if I only have mild interest in the game, but I like the streamer, I'll watch it live, but I won't watch the recording, right? Because it's just, you know, it's like, okay, well, I mean, I'm here to see them and interact with them, but I don't really like the game. I already did this. I don't really like the game, so I just be like, okay, well, it's not really worth it. But even though it's a game I don't like, I'll watch them live because I like them. But if I can't interact with them, there's no real point, right? So I understand how you feel about it, absolutely. Are you weak to bows? No, you're not. Okay. Play ancient RPGs. Baldur's Gate, Planescape, or Neverwinter? No, but people have been asking me to play Baldur's Gate. And I kind of should, shouldn't I? Isn't there like a 4-player Baldur's Gate game on the GameCube? I could probably get a crew together for that. We did Vampire, but that's not similar. Yeah, now that we have like 2 characters, these battles are ridiculously easy. Streams and Let's Plays are how I enjoy games I don't want to play myself. Oh, you don't want to play this game, Naxalis? That's really good. I'd say it's worth it.
Let us fight with honor.
What to do?
Victory. With each battle, I grow strong.
It seems really hard to make Rule 34 of. Why do you say that, Torvar? I mean, you got girdle characters that are cute. You think that'd be enough? I think that'd be all that you need to make Rule 34 of. That's too bad, because there are some good JRPGs out there, man.
Victory shall be mine.
What to do? Time to close up shop.
Man, our merchant girl's leveling up very fast. Buried treasure. Just a heal. Great. Okay. Thank you.
Let us fight with honor.
Naxxra's Chrono Trigger is my second favorite game of all time. If you ever badmouth it, I will kick you off the show.
What to do? How is that?
Okay, so here's how... Yeah, Pokemon and Fire Emblem are definitely JRPGs. But here's how her quest went, okay? There's the pirates. Don't mind me, just going to the save point. The pirates came, stole the town stuff. She couldn't fight them off because she's just a little kid. So she wanted to, like, defer to the pirates by donating to them a giant barrel of wine. And she put sleepweed in the wine, and so we're about to deliver the wine right now. And then once they all fall asleep, we're going to sneak in and take our stuff back. Ahoy there, me hearty. Not you again, looking for trouble, brat? Haha. Nose 3, I came to apologize on behalf of my town. We should have known we didn't stand a chance against you swashbucklers.
Will this do?
This is for you. I hope you can forgive us. There's a big barrel of wine. Wine! The captains will be happy to see this. You idiots. Bottoms up. Those landlubbers didn't even put up a fight. Probably don't even know how. From the looks of it, their crusty barnacle of a town don't get many pirates. The strong take while the weak quake. And that's the way the world works. You guys are assholes. We're just lived by courtesy of Captain Leon Bestral, Scourge of the Seas.
Hi.
You set out to follow in his footsteps and ain't looked back since. Thank you for the exposition. This game's one flaw is the exposition. Jesus Christ. Okay, guys. It's Mick and Mac, the two pirates. Captain, we got a barrel of stuff.
You got that right.
Yeah, oh yeah, these two fight over being captain a lot too. Therion's in like a town on the complete other side of the map from where I am. Why do you dislike Chrono Trigger, Naxalis? Tell me about it. Did you say wine? Let's all drink up.
Oh.
Yay! Ha 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 ha. Let's drink this wine, guys. A toast to the landlubbers. To the limp-legged jellyfish of Rippletide. These guys are the dumbest pirates, by the way.
Cheers.
Cheers. Actually, hold on. Cheers. I'm a PC gamer. Yeah, most JRPGs are on consoles, man. They're only only in the past few years have they been getting like re-releases on Steam and stuff. Okay, let's save it up. Nope. Chrono Trigger combat, like, it's good, but it's definitely of its time. You got to really enjoy the combo aspect of it. Caves of Maya. I wonder if they rebalance these areas for 2, 3, or 4 people. Because this place was like only slightly hard with Tressa by herself when we played it on the demo. But with 2 characters, one of them level 14 or whatever, it might be really easy. That's what they get for underestimating me. Well, don't fucking ROM hack it, man. Can we do anything to him? No, okay. Where we go? Oh yeah, the pirates start asleep in this fight.
What to do?
He's not vulnerable to a spear.
Have at you.
How about a sword?
Out of my way.
Nope. Okay.
Have at you.
What to do?
Vulnerable to a bow. Okay, I'll use bows next time.
Here I go!
Start challenging them to duels while they're asleep.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
See, like Tressa's story is that she wants to put them to sleep, right, and not actually kill them. Like she's a kid who wants to teach them a lesson. She doesn't want to actually start slaughtering pirates. And yet here she is. She's just killing them. Even when I played by myself, or sorry, even when Dave and I played with only Tressa, yeah, they were just killing pirates. They didn't give a shit. I mean, this really looks like a seaside cave, doesn't it? This is an absolutely beautiful game. I can't not say it, you know?
Here I come.
Okay, so
The battle is truly joined.
can I switch to... No, I can't. So I'll just fucking hit him.
My turn now.
Ooh, the mustached pirate has one more armor. Maybe because it's the mustache. It blocks an attack.
Here I go. Time to close up shop.
Got a mysterious ore. Okay, that's where the boss is. I'm gonna go this way and get some treasures that I missed.
Open for business.
What was the ROM hack next, Alice? I'm kind of curious.
Here I go.
Now then. Now then.
There's definitely value in feeling overpowered in games, I think. I talked about Dynasty Warriors earlier. I think the fun of Dynasty Warriors is that you're this godlike tank that can take on 30 million people all at once and just like destroy them, right? And like you can still die in Dynasty Warriors because the crowd can just like swarm you, but there's still definitely value in being this overpowered tank that can just ream through an entire wave of enemies. Okay. I don't know if this is how it is for the entire game. Caught by surprise, I know. I don't know if this is how it is for the entire game, but at the end of every dungeon so far, there's been this salesman who he sells things for... Oops. Okay, spears. He sells things. Don't buy the Steam version of Chrono Trigger. It's terrible. The sales guy sells healing items for double the price than back in town, and it's always right before the boss. And there's always a save point right before the boss as well. Like this guy will sell. It's like, yeah, okay. He just sells grapes and stuff, but it's a bit more expensive. This path underneath the boss should lead to that treasure chest. Yes. Yeah. It's a botched port of the mobile port, and the mobile port already sucked.
The battle is truly joined.
There were like screens where they left the mobile controls up because they were just that fucking terrible. Square Enix has turned to shit, guys. Don't even bother.
What to do?
It's so disappointing.
Here I go.
Victory shall be mine. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Also, this guy's like 40 and he's running around with a 14-year-old merchant. This is a bit strange. There we go. Caves of Maya, still level 12. She's at level 5 now, okay. Oh, check this out, Skills. Learn skills. See, as you gain JP, you can just learn these skills in whatever order you like, but you have to gain JP to buy them first. Heavy wind damage to a single foe. Collect money from a single foe. Rest. Self-heal. Deal wind damage to all foes. Grant 1 BP. Dodge a single physical attack with 100% success rate. Pay money to summon hired help to the battlefield. This is actually a very strong ability, but it costs money. Let's get rest. she's at least self-sufficient, right? It doesn't even cost any SP to use. Okay. Cover? That's all he has. Okay, I'll put it on. She doesn't have any. Okay. Well, there we go. This game has like that JRPG depth that really scratches that itch for me, and I love it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll see you in a couple minutes, okay? BRB. Wait, let me just get the mouse here. Now I can BRB. Love you guys, BRB.